and I woke up speaking like Arabic or some word in Arabic.
Two brothers, living separate lives, on different paths, unaware of the miracle awaiting them. On the same day, without speaking to each other, they both made the same life-changing decision. And this is their Revert story.
So usually when people revert, they revert by themselves. But I was lucky my little brother reverted the exact same day. But the thing was, I didn't actually know he was reverting, and neither did he. So what happened was, one day, the day that I was going to revert, my friend Bilal was messaging me, and he's like, yeah, I'm outside. Let me just take you to the mosque. And I knew I was going to revert that day. So I said goodbye to my family, just said what I was doing. Then I went to the mosque and I reverted. But at the same time, and I just stayed with Bilal. Then I went home. But at the same time, my brother was with his mates. But we all had a dinner that night with my dad anyway. So I'd seen my brothers there. Then when I turned up to the dinner, I'm just sitting there, I'm looking across at my brother, and I just reverted. And I told him, and he just looked back at me and he's like, it's funny, I reverted tonight as well. I was like, what? And he just told me that his friends took him to a mosque and they helped him revert that exact same day that I did. And we had no planning of this, so he got 2 Tongan reverts at my dad's house, just sitting there drinking kava with him. God works in mysterious ways. It's like, it's a hard thing to revert, but he also gave me one of my family members to do it with. So that was such a cool thing, and I still think that he works in mysterious ways, so you never know what's going to happen. So someone close to me recently asked, like, what was the reason that you reverted? I'm like, and I was trying to think, and I was like, there's heaps, like, I've already said them. And they go, no, but surely there was like one instance that you remember that just pushed you over the edge. And I had to think, and I was like, crap, I literally I had that moment. So what happened was, it was, I think, before Ramadan. Obviously, I'd been learning about Islam. I'd seen like Christian and Muslim debates. I'd seen like so much things on it. But I'd seen one podcast in particular. I think it was relating to money. But he wanted help, this guy. And he said that what he did was he wanted to fast, clear his stomach, clear his mind, and just try and hear what God was trying to speak to him. And he said that, he felt like he had a message, or he heard God. And I was thinking, okay, well, I do believe in fasting, and I do believe that that can actually happen. That if you clear yourself of distractions and food and everything, you can actually hear what God's trying to say. So then I went and fasted. I said, okay, I honestly am like going down this path, and please just like 3 days, just give me some sort of sign like that. What am I doing? And I was so sincere, and I was like, I just really wanted to know, because I was getting to the point where it's like, oh, what is life? You know what I mean? And so I fasted that night, and I went to sleep. The first night I went, and I had a dream, and I woke up speaking like Arabic or some word in Arabic, and it was like ana habil or something like that. And I was like, okay, this surely means something, because I've never said like a word ever in Arabic. I went up on Google and I was searching. I couldn't find anything, those words. And I was like, what is this? Like, what was I trying to say? Then I found something, and it was Habil, like Abel. It would be Abel and Cain, the story of Abel Cain. And I went and looked at that story, and it was like I'm pretty sure the two brothers, and they were both told to give sacrifices. And Abel's sacrifice was accepted by God because he was sincere. And I was like, crap, bro. Like, I literally went into the 3-day fast being so sincere. Please give me an answer as to what am I doing. And once that happened, bro, I stopped. I messaged my friend Bilal. I said, let's go. Let's go. And that's another reason why people say, oh, you're Tongan, you're Polynesian. Like, how could you betray this? I don't care what any of you say. When you have something like that happen to you, subhanallah, like you can't change my mind on anything. Like, and an advice to people is, I would say, a lot of people are getting their things from debates and like other people's information and stuff. But why don't you fast, and why don't you have a personal relationship with Allah or God? Like, go out there, fast, be sincere, and try and speak to him, because there should be no mediator between you and God. That's one thing that I love about Islam, is that
there's no mediation. I can go straight to him, he can tell me straight, and no one needs to tell me the difference. And again, like, you watch all the debates you want, but I can tell you that you need to go and have a personal relationship with God, and it would change your life. So that's, I'd say, the biggest reason why I reverted to Islam is because I woke up speaking Arabic.